Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Fate Strange Fake episode 10. So I'm kinda behind on videos, so I'm gonna talk less in the pre-episode discussion and try my best to have this be less than 50 minutes. So honestly, I don't think I did such a bad job talking about it last time. So there's only a few things I want to mention. So yeah, I really liked the whole thing between Jack and Alcides of being like, okay, so you don't consider yourself a god, even though you can do all this and you've received, you know, you have all of these things because of gods existing. And you assume that all gods are evil by default. Okay? But like, Jack, myself, I am the very proof that humans are just as capable of evil and heinous acts. Just, with less fantastical power. But him as a heroic spirit can draw upon that kind of nature. Like here, close to the end of the episode, when he says, "You, one who has risen to become human from a slave to the gods. Humans do not defeat us. Humans are the sages who create us. They are fools. And they are merely feet that cannibalize each other." So I think he's basically saying, like, you're putting too much stock on being human. You're not just human, you're not accepting all of you by saying you're just a human. Like the way Jack puts it, they're just there to, they are fools. It's because of them that creatures like us exist. They are not this, entity that you need to put so much respect into, I guess. Which is very interesting. As for, like, when Alcides takes Jack's noble phantasm, I'm assuming he has multiple? Like, from hell, and then natural born killers. I assume they're different noble phantasms. But he didn't take his ability to imitate the appearance of others and multiply. But, that's just what I'm guessing. So he can just do that. That's worrying. Now, I don't think he could do that to, like, Enkidu or Gilgamesh. But still, definitely something to watch out for now that we know it's there. Then the conversation between Assassin and Sigma, I just love characters who want to save themselves by saving someone else. Like, it just, it makes so much sense. That's, doing what he wishes someone would have done for him. Even if it was self-conscious before he realized it. And Assassin's response to blaming herself. Also, I wonder what she meant when what's the line? When she was like, oh, I tried to kill heretics, but that didn't help me. So, yeah, I could not do away with anger against the heretics and could not become open-minded. So as long as my wish to save others is mixed with my faith is nothing but arrogance that thinks lightly of destiny. Yeah, I'm not quite fully sure what she means by that, but I guess it's like, if I'm just focused on getting rid of others who don't align with my faith, but I can't protect innocence, then, it just means that I'm, full of arrogance, that I can talk but not back up what I believe in. I'm guessing. And then Richard and Gilgamesh, their interactions were very fun. But like, I really thought Gilgamesh was gonna be like, oh, you're allied with my friend. Then I guess I'll allow you to just be here and do what you want. Within the confines of what I find acceptable. But no, he's just like, oh, I'll test you. And I acknowledge you as Enkidu's ally. And thus a clear enemy of mine. So like, I guess whoever's in Enkidu's side, he just prefers to fight because fighting Enkidu is a lot more fun than fighting by Enkidu's side. I think that tracks. But yeah, oh my goodness. John, like, we see flashes of what is going through his head before he challenges Alcides. And yeah, he's thinking about his family, the way they died, and how he sought revenge, and how joining Orlando was, in pursuit of that, and how Orlando's words and passions led him to believe, he's destined to be greater than a regular human. We are justice. Surely, if you're filled with that kind of determination, no one can truly stand in your way, right? Especially after we saw a talk with Castor. Yeah, the fake can be of greater value than the real thing. You just have to believe it is. But it wasn't enough. Oh my god. And, Orlando told him to retreat. But because of Orlando's own words and ideals that John took to heart, he disobeyed that order. So it's like, oh my god. I'm really, really curious how Orlando's gonna feel about this. But goodness gracious, that was brutal. And that's the first death we've had of a named character so far. Even if it wasn't a servant or a master, I felt that. Good. So, yeah. Let's get to it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. No. Oh my, I don't want to say this. Oh, Orlando sounds so desperate. He does genuinely care about all of them. Oh. No. Ah. Whew. Achilles paying respect. That means he's not showing any mercy. But hey, he got his respect just like John. Cover. Just a copycat. Just a copycat. Jason. Ayaka. Who? Oh, the Sosti. Yo, look at him go. Oh my god. Insane. Look at the animation. The way they're conveying his speed. Oh, the lion roar. Awesome. So good. Um, that's a tricky question. Hmm? Oh, Jester? Oh, does he? I think he still has command spells. Yeah, I think he must have two. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. Oh? I still think she should have continued using Savania, but I don't know. Oh, he's resting on Flat's lap. How many did he? One? No. No, he's not. Oh. Uh, yeah, most likely. Someone who hasn't met Flat. Oh. Gaster? Mm. Oh. Maybe. Mayhaps. Oh. Okay. Hmm. Oh. He's so. I really like him. Oh. Jack's still trying, huh? Okay, so yeah. So he must have taken from hell and. Mm. Sorry. Flat? What the hell are you doing? What the fuck? Whoa. Oh. Wow. Okay. Mm. Oh. No way, that's him. John? How the hell? What? What? Is it? How is John still running around? Are we not gonna get an answer? Did Castor do something? Hmm. You already asked that. I still. Oh. Eh. You can't do that! The church is neutral ground. What? 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 Whoa, 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 Akire! Yo! What the hell? What? What just happened? It's fine. He's fine. Right? I mean, Gilgamesh is not the one I'm worried about. Hmm. 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 Alkidus? Hmm. He's dripping that. You know, Richard just got saved. Even if it was not intentional. Oh shit! What? 9 lives! Oh, yo, look at this! Crazy. Whoa. So clean. That kind of looked like air. Yo, that expression on Gilgamesh. What is happening? What is happening? Oh my, yo, Enkidu helped? Why was he not dodging? Ishtar is here? That's her? This is such a mess. Oh shit. Ooh. Ah. Uh. Enkidu, help again, please? that was a lot. I know there's always a lot to talk about most episodes of the series, but that was a lot. Where to start? I guess what I keep thinking about, which is, I think Gilgamesh might be dead, but I don't wanna assume that just yet, considering I thought John was dead last episode, and bro just came back like nothing, and we didn't get no explanation whatsoever. Like, I'm just assuming that Castor did something, but like we didn't really get a confirmation. Though I think it's implied. But yeah, so it seems like Enkidu did something to block the last arrow that Ishtar shot at Gilgamesh at the start of the encounter. But like, he did not lift a finger to do something against the giant death laser that Berserker did. Only thing I can think of is like, I'll only do just a little bit. If I did anything more, Gilgamesh would see it as a insult. So even if it means not saving him, it's, I'll let that happen first, then insulting Gilgamesh's pride. That's the only thing I can think of as to why Enkidu wouldn't do more. But oh my god. It's like stylized, and it like, it's black instead of red, but that like spurt of blood, it looked pretty big. Though we didn't, it's not fully clear the extent of his injury. I mean, at the very least, it doesn't seem like he's missing a big chunk of himself. But he was already being poisoned by the what did he say it was? Yeah. She just said, you don't feel intense pain of the poison yet? But they don't specify exactly. Though I have a very fuzzy memory of reading about like, Gilgamesh in this search of like immortality, And then, yeah, something in regards to a cave. And, being related to how he became friends with Enkidu. And something about, like, him not having a good relation with the gods. I definitely need to read up on that. But yeah, I'm not fully clear on his beef with Ishtar because he clearly recognizes her and even says there is a difference between her in this body and the one she knew from back then. Although she denies it. But he says, you're not the actual being, but an inferior reverberation. So I wonder. And she does kind of react to that. But yeah, I don't think I can comment much more on it because I do feel like I need the context on that. I guess I could look it up, but I'd rather just have it already in hand and talk about it at the beginning of next week. But yeah, wow, we did not expect that. I remember saying like, oh, Gilgamesh is not the one I'm worried about. And at the end of the episode, he's the one that I'm like, yo, I think he might be dead. At first I was like, come on, Tina, you're underestimating him. But, it did not even cross my mind. For one, that the god in the homunculi's body was Ishtar, and that she would come in just to get rid of Gilgamesh. Man, seeing Tina's reaction to Gilgamesh going down, that hurt. I really hope he's not dead. I really like his dynamic with Tina. And just cutting it short like this would be kind of disappointing, I won't lie. Also, when Richard gets thrown into the church, for some reason Ayaka gets this like static E flashbacks. But like, from whose point of view? Herself? As a kid, was she at the church where Kire and Gilgamesh were? Man, we need to know more about her past. I have become curious about this thing's fate. And it seems like he's talking about Ayaka? Little Red Riding Hood? Oh my god, Kire! Oh man, it's so nice to hear Joji Nakata as Kire. Even if it's just for just a tiny bit. Looking smug and evil. And we see like a young Gilgamesh. And there's no mention of it in the anime. But I have heard that in the visual novel, Gilgamesh kind of like takes a potion and just becomes younger in the, between Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night. But I hadn't actually never seen it. So I was just like, I can just ignore it, I guess. But no, it seems pretty clear that Gilgamesh is in a younger form. You did the same for me once upon a time. Wait, let me get the audio again, just hear it. Oh, it's Kira saying it. I have become curious about this thing's fate. Gilgamesh, you did the same for me once upon a time. He must be talking about with him and Gilgamesh, you know. Their whole dynamic in Fate Zero. Gilgamesh, quote unquote, helping Kira become his true self, regardless of what anyone else thinks. But even if he didn't, Gilgamesh was just curious to see what would happen. And yeah, Little Red Riding Hood is there. So that's gotta be Ayaka. And it, you know, tracks with what we saw of people talking about her story with her family as if it was a urban legend. And yeah, that's it, really. Like, we see, like, you know, darkness inside the hood. But I think it's because Ayaka just cannot remember, or rather doesn't want to remember. It's too traumatic for her to think about it, so she just doesn't. But yeah, this is the first time she lays eyes upon Gilgamesh, so it makes sense that her memory would be just the tiniest bit unlocked. Though obviously he doesn't look the same as he did back then. Yeah, what's her connection to them? And obviously this Gilgamesh wouldn't know her because, you know, once he died in whatever route Fate's strange fake is taking place after he went back to the throne of heroes, and now he doesn't have those memories. So it's just on Ayaka to remember. Yeah, I liked Richard's last words being for Ayaka. And then at the end, just, it's not about, you know, Richard feeling like, you know, he is screwed up because he has to be helped. You know, just being way too attached, I guess, to his role as a king and also as a heroic spirit. But I hope he learns, you know, that it's nice, or rather it's good to be helped. You can trust in others to have your back just like you have theirs. It's not just about, you know, it's not a one-sided relationship of you just helping Ayaka, but she can do the same for you too. And man, like, I really like the stuff with Flat and Jack, but I kind of want to wrap it up already, so I'll talk about it next time. But I really love Flat and Jack's dynamic. They're so good together. And just more pointing out how unusual Flat is as a mage. and that has its downsides and its upsides. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.